Have you ever wondered if it's possible to play Fortnite without downloading GPU drivers? I did, just to see how much of a difference there is between some old drivers and the latest one you can get through the Nvidia app. Alright, so I went and did a hard reset completely, forgetting I had an old M.2 just chilling with Windows 10 ready to go. Genius, right? Anyways, reinstalled Windows 10, downloaded Fortnite and downloaded OBS. Why? Because my dumbass thought that Shadowplay needed drivers. And obviously, anyone with more than 2 functioning brain cells knows that Shadowplay won't tank your FPS like OBS can. But nah, I had to go the hard way, and to cap off this masterpiece I installed Spotify because clearly the only thing keeping me from turning my 0 PR self into an esports legend is the right hype play. Who the fuck wrote this script, bro? What the f? Okay guys, so the old driver version that we are using is 536.23. It was released in June 2023, so it's pretty old. Let's get back into the video. Okay, so we are in the game. We have about... Okay, so my mic is pretty dog shit in the video, so that's why I will be doing a voiceover. Okay, so like you can see in the lobby, we have way more than 120 FPS. I don't know why it's capped in the lobby, but it is. Let's get into the game. Okay, so on the spawn island we are having about 100 to 120 FPS. I will not show you the whole clip because like you can see it's freaking stuttery. So I will just show you few clips of my FPS in my landing location, when I look up in the battle bus, and when I land. So let's get right into it. Okay, so like you can see, when I look up, now we have 400 FPS in the battle bus. So let's go to my landing location. Okay, so now like you can see I'm landing, and let's just say we have around 100 FPS when I'm landing. And like you can see, it's stuttering pretty hard without drivers. I'm almost excited to show you guys how it will be with drivers. So now let's see how it will be when we land in this location. Okay, so like you can see we landed, and let's say we were averaging about 100 FPS with the stutters, but surprisingly we were able to get 200 FPS while still stuttering, like I said. But even though we hit the 200 FPS mark, I wouldn't say it is playable at all. Okay, so now let's switch to low settings with drivers, and let's see how much of a difference there is between no drivers and drivers. So of course, like you can see in the lobby, we are getting over 120 FPS, so let's just get right into the game. Okay, so while on the spawn island, let's say we were averaging about 300 FPS, our peak was over 330 FPS, and when I moved my mouse I had some micro stutters, but it wasn't as bad as without drivers. Let's see a side-by-side comparison. Like you can see, on the right side it is way worse than on the left side. Let's go to the battle bus. Okay, so like you can see, we are averaging about 600 to 700 FPS. I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison at the end of the video with the landing location and the battle pass, so stay tuned. And for now, let's just land. Okay, so like you can see, while we are floating, we are getting around 200 to 250 FPS. And while we are on the ground, we are averaging about 200 to 300 FPS. Okay, now let's see a side-by-side comparison while playing. So in conclusion, like you can see, drivers are very important to play games in 2024. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day or night. Goodbye.